Have you ever heard a nickname and just knew there had to be an amazing story behind it? Well, today we're diving into one of those. We're talking about the 7th East Bengal Regiment, but they're better known by their much cooler name, the Lucky Tigers. And trust me, the story behind that name, it's something else.
Right? What makes an entire military unit lucky? I mean, we're not talking about just dodging a bullet here and there. Their kind of luck is a story forged in history, a story of identity, and honestly, a story of pure, raw survival. So let's get right into it.
All right, first things first, let's meet the unit properly. We're talking about the 7th East Bengal Regiment. These guys are a seriously distinguished infantry battalion in today's Bangladesh Army. But it's that nickname, the Lucky Tigers, that really makes you stop and wonder, what's their deal?
So here's the quick rundown for you. You've got their official name, the 7th Battalion, the East Bengal Regiment. They're an infantry battalion, and check out that motto, grace, strength, speed. I like that. It's powerful. But again, all eyes are on that nickname, Lucky Tigers, because that's where the real story is. And it's a story that starts somewhere you might not expect.
Okay, so to really get why they're called Lucky, we've got to rewind. I mean, way back. We're going to a time before the country they fight for today was even born. Yeah, their origin story is the key that unlocks this whole thing. All right, get this date in your head. February 11th, 1968. That's when the 7th East Bengal Regiment came into being. And here's the kicker. This is 3 years before Bangladesh became a country in 1971. So they were actually born into a totally different nation.
They were raised in Chittagong, which at the time was part of East Pakistan, and they were officially a unit of the Pakistan Army. The idea was pretty straightforward: get more Bengali soldiers into the infantry ranks. But that one detail, being created as part of the Pakistan Army, that's what set them on a collision course with history.
And this is where everything changes. The story takes this incredibly sharp, dramatic turn. Because when the Bangladesh Liberation War kicks off in 1971, the future Lucky Tigers are caught in just an impossible position. They were completely cut off from the fight for their own people's freedom.
This timeline really lays it all out. They're founded in '68. Just 3 years later, war explodes back home. But here's the unbelievable part. They don't get to fight. Instead, for the next 2 years, they're interned. Basically, they're prisoners, held in West Pakistan, 1,000 miles away from it all.
And just look at this contrast. It's wild. You have most of the other Bengali regiments right there in the thick of it, forming the heart of the freedom fighters, the Mukti Bahini. And then you have the 7th East Bengal, disarmed, imprisoned. Their fight wasn't against an enemy on the battlefield. It was a daily struggle to survive, in complete and total isolation.
I mean, can you even imagine? The psychological pressure must have been off the charts. You have no idea what's happening to your family, to your home. But this is what's so incredible about them. They didn't crumble. They held their formation. They kept their discipline. And that internal strength, that cohesion, that's what ended up saving them.
So after 2 incredibly long years of this uncertainty, the war is finally over. And from its ashes, a new nation is born, Bangladesh. For the stranded soldiers of the 7th, this was it, the start of the long road home, and the very moment they would finally earn their legendary name.
Just stop and think about that for a second. The odds were stacked so high against them. A brutal war happening thousands of miles away. 2 years locked up, and the entire battalion made it through. Not just a handful of guys, but the whole unit, intact. They endured, and they came through it, together.
And there it is. That's the answer. That's why they're the Lucky Tigers. Because out of all the Bengali battalions stuck in West Pakistan, they were the only one to survive the war completely intact and return home as one single unit. Their luck wasn't random chance. It was forged from their own resilience and their own discipline.
So, it was all made official under something called the Delhi Agreement. In late 1973, they finally came home. And they weren't returning to East Pakistan. They were returning to the free, sovereign nation of Bangladesh. And you can bet they were welcomed as heroes and brought right into the fold of their new army.
But wait, the story doesn't stop there. Not by a long shot. After everything they went through, the Lucky Tigers didn't just fade away. They went on to build this incredible legacy of service, not just for Bangladesh, but for the entire world.
So first, in '74, to get re-equipped and find their place in the new Bangladesh Army. Then, through the '80s and '90s, they're crucial for internal security. But then, they step onto the global stage, becoming these really important UN peacekeepers. And that's a mission they're still carrying out with distinction today.
And this is just a glimpse of where they've served. We're talking about some of the toughest places on Earth: Sierra Leone, the Congo, South Sudan, Lebanon. You have to think that the discipline they forged back in '71, that's what makes them such incredible, effective peacekeepers today.
So, when you boil it all down, what is the legacy of the Lucky Tigers? It's really simple: resilience, professionalism, and just this immense pride. And you can see it all woven into the very symbols they wear on their uniforms.
I mean, check this out. That red and green feather plume on their beret, that's the national flag of Bangladesh. The real Bengal tiger on their badge, absolutely iconic. Every single piece of this, the lanyard, the shoulder titles, it's not just for show. Each one is like a page from their history book, and they wear it with an unbelievable amount of pride.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? Lucky Tigers is so much more than just a cool nickname. It's a symbol. It's a testament to a group of soldiers who faced the absolute worst, stranded, disarmed, totally alone, but they refused to break. They held together, they survived, and they came home to serve their country.
You know what? It really gets you thinking. Every unit, every patch, every name has a story behind it. We just uncovered this one. It makes you wonder, how many other incredible stories of survival and resilience are out there, just hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone to ask?